Hi, good morning, doctor. I am Lim Bao Ren. I'm a software engineering student in UTM. Today, I'm going to talk about my FYP2 project, Jiranku, an online neighborhood platform. So, my supervisor name is Associate Professor Dr.Masitah Ghazali. So, what I've been talking about for this presentation is introduction, literature review, system development methodology, requirement analysis and design, system implementation and testing, and the last but not least is the conclusion. So for introduction, we will talk about who is our stakeholder. So for our first stakeholder is Mr. Goy, is the SP Ren Facebook group founder, is the main stakeholders to provide the feedbacks and the requirements for the early stage. And he also involved in the user acceptance testing with the SP residents group of my friends. We have 64 people. They have 10 years living experience in Scraptani. They will provide the feedbacks for the user acceptance testing. Next is problem background. So we'll talk about the fake news and local business and authorities. First of all, fake news we found that the spreading of the fake news about COVID-19 cases and Bandar Prihatin in Sungai Petani. Next is the local business is decreasing sales of the local business due to the COVID-19 and lack of a suitable platform for advertising. Authorities is we found that difficulty to find the authorities contact. Next is project aim. So we have three project aim here. We provide a trustworthy news platform. We also create a marketing platform for local business, and we also create a one-stop platform with all the local authorities contact. So the project objective here, we have the requirements where we gather the requirements for the Jiranku application. We developed a mobile applications for Jiranku applications. We also do the testing by using black box testing and user acceptance testing. So for the project scope, we are using Sungai Petani as our case study for Jiranku applications. What we don't include is payment gateways, SEO marketing service, messaging platform, and customized product page. So next, I want to talk about is the literature review. So for the literature review, we focus on importance and challenges on online community. First of all, I will talk about is persistent pervasive. Community in which people nowadays have constant contact and pervasive awareness due to the digital communication technology. Next is we will get the authorities numbers where they hard to find the local authorities number since not all authorities can be searched online. Next is managed Facebook group. There are millions, thousands of violence FB posts are posted daily. And last but not least is the fake news. We have a fake news is a big concern for most SP residents as it creates a lot of problems within the SP area. Now we want to talk about is the comparison features. We are focused on three features here. First is user and address of. Next is interaction with user. Last but not least, we talk about help map for the user. So actually we have two applications here. Our existing system we choose is Nextdoor and Facebook. Where Nextdoor have all of these features, however, Facebook have only features which is only interact with the user. Next, we want to talk about is the system development methodology. So for system development methodology, we choosing Agile with UX due to less complicated and time consuming since we have a rapid change of requirements with the UX design. Next is also user-centered design and testing. It can prevent the changing mind of the stakeholder and reduce the development and testing time for the project. So how the Agile with UX run? First of all, we will run the gathering requirements for the SRS and STD documents. We go to the development phase after we exceed the requirements, and we will improve the interface based on the feedback. Next, we will go to the testing phase where we focus on black box testing and user acceptance testing for the STD documents. Last but not least, we will modify the proposed system based on the testing result and the feedbacks in the adjustment phase. What technology we have been used? We have used two technology here. First is the Flutter frameworks for the mobile application development. And for the Firebase for backend, we use a cloud store for storage, function for deploy. Next, we'll talk about requirement analysis and design. So for use case diagram, we have 10 use case here. First is login, register, edit profile, invite user, upload news, authenticate news, advertise local product, buy product, view neighborhood wall, and yellow page. So what is our architecture diagram? So we are using MVC architecture. For the front end, we are using Flutter framework. For the server side, we are using Express.js, and the database we are using Firebase Firestore. So this is our database design. Next is we will talk about the system implementation and testing. So we have four interface here. The first interface we are using a user module interface where it consists of sign in, register, and edit profile. Then we have home module interface where we have authorities, news, home, product, profile, and one more feature is invite user. Next is the news module interface where we can see the post news and authenticate news. Then we'll go to product module interface where you can see the post product and the buy product. So we also do two testing methods. First is the black box testing. This is the example we're using a use case 10. View the yellow page. This is the black box testing. Next is the user acceptance testing where we collect the feedbacks from the user. Last but not least, we want to talk about the conclusion. So for the conclusions, we already done all the requirements that's been stated by the stakeholder in PSM 1. Then there are some suggestions and improvement plans that has been collected during our user acceptance testing. So the two suggestions has been given by the respondent is collaborate with the locals. He called us to make a proposal for the project to search on the neighborhood societies for a startup project. Next is we can do a further development on more features like add more features like selling product page and add comments and react features. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much. I'm Lim Bao Ren and I'm supervised by Associate Professor Dr. Masitah Ghazali. Thank you.